Yay! Welcome, Charlotte, to our Hacker House.
Hello. Hi. Hello.
Hello, guys. Nice to meet you.
We have around, I think we have 16, 18 devs here.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to hear their names? Do you want to talk to ask us a few questions before you start?
Yes, we can do a name round, and if you want to share anything more than your name, like a little, I don't know, a little something about you.
Okay, so you have the microphone. Okay, we start with Ranulfo.
Hello, Charlotte. Nice to meet you. Ranulfo here.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Carla. I'm from Costa Rica, married with Ranulfo, and really happy to know you, meet you.
Nice to meet you, Carla.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Salvador. I'm from Brazil as well.
Nice to meet you, Salvador.
Nice to meet you. My name is Miller. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, Marlon.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Luis. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Luis.
My name is Jose Roberto. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Ernesto.
Nice to meet you, Ernesto.
Hello. My name is Brian. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ryan.
My name is Luis. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Luis.
Hi, I'm here. Nice to meet you.
Oh, don't you know?
I think I met her in Argentina, right?
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay.
I'm Thiago. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Hello.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Arthur. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Luis. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, and I mean, just in terms of who we are, we have all levels, people that are starting in the dev journey, people with a lot of experience, people that already build business, people that is having the first experience in the hacker house. So a really interesting mix of ages,
Okay.
experience, and interest too. And everyone got accepted to go to Brussels. Ooh, almost everyone.
Woohoo!
Yes. So we're very happy.
Yeah.
Acho que vocês ainda estão esperando. We have two people waiting for a reply yet, still, but otherwise, everybody got accepted. So it's a very nice accomplishment. And yes, back to you. Do you want to have you planned something to share? Do you want me to ask you questions?
Yes, I have a few slides. So congratulations, everyone, for the Hacker House. Super. So I will meet you guys during ETC. I'm from Belgium, so I will be there, obviously. And it's super exciting. I will come and say hi during the Starknet Hacker House. So congratulations, and it's going to be fun. So I'm going to share my screen. Oops.
She's from Belgium.
Mhm.
Oh, it's cold here.
There.
There. Probably.
Oh,
Is it going to
wait.
go there?
I'm put in Belgium.
Yeah, it's summer in your country or
Yes, during ETC, it's gonna be summer. At the moment, it's a bit chill, but it's still warm, and it's
Oh.
gonna be pretty much summer during ETC.
oh, perfect. Oh no, perfect.
Yes.
Yep. I'm really reading person.
Okay, can you see my slides?
Yes, Starknet Hour.
Okay. So welcome everyone. My name is Charlotte. I come from Belgium, and I work at Giza as a ZKML engineer. So yes, do you guys know what ZKML is?
Who knows what zero knowledge machine learning is? You can all raise your hand. Okay, what is? I'm kidding.
Please.
So I think most of us don't know.
Okay, I'm just doing I'm doing a change of my sharing strategy because I actually can't see you. But okay, so ZKML is basically oops, I can't do two things at once. I'm so sorry. So sorry about this. Okay, so okay, I think I can't.
You can just zoom in if you want, and we can see everything.
Okay, it's okay. I'm just not gonna see you guys, but it's okay. So yes, so ZKML is the intersection between zero knowledge and machine learning. So basically, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to bridge to bring AI on the blockchain. So we want to have trust minimize machine learning, so that the user can trust the results of the machine learning. So we are using zero knowledge, like Cairo, for example, for to achieve that, and it's very exciting. So I will talk about it a bit more, but first I will introduce my journey in Starknet. Then I will talk about Onlydo's contribution because it's one of the major parts of my journey. Then I will introduce Giza, and finally we will have some Q&A. So my journey started in Chiang organized by Patty here. With the Mu. And during Chiang Mai, I met a lot of people. So I met Louis. I think you talked with Louis. I met Ben from Frico Ben from Starknet ID and others. I met Omar from Starknet Foundation or Starkware. Sorry. I met Thomas also from Starknet ID. I met Eni or Mathieu from Kakarot. And then I also met Danilo, that is not on the picture. And then also Shrami. So it was very interesting, like a bunch of cool people from the Starknet ecosystem. Very interesting. And so I learned Cairo thanks to Danilo and his workshops. And then I started contributing to Onlydos, to some projects. And thanks to the Hacker House in Chiang Mai, I got to go to a second Hacker House. So this one was the Starknet Hacker House in Istanbul. So super exciting as well. This is Danilo. He was my mentor. Oh. So yes, we actually won with my team. We won. I mean, we were on the top 3 because there is no one winner and then there's 3 winners. So we won. We were one of the 3 winners, and it was super exciting because I got to meet so many people from the ecosystem again, and then the mood of the Hacker House is very intense. I really liked it a lot. First because you meet so many people, and then also because everybody's working hard and it's intense and it's like, wow, it's a bit chaotic. But it was super nice. And we actually made a project that was called ML Village. So we were making a marketplace for machine learning models. I actually don't work with them anymore, but they are continuing this project together. The reason why I'm not continuing this with them is mainly because I fell in love with another project, so Giza, and I liked what I was doing there more. It was more things that I liked. But the project is continuing, and they are building it still. So that's very cool to see that the project we made is now becoming a real project. So yes, I won't take questions. Oh, do you want to have questions about this already?
Yes.
Yes. What's the name of the project again? so we can follow?
So it's ML Village.
ML Village.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, I can share about it a bit more later if you want. I can show you the website and everything. But it's the beginning of the project, so it's not. They don't have a product yet, but yes, it's very cool.
I think your team was the best team I've mentored so far.
It's because we had an amazing mentor.
Not everyone found that, oh, this team is gonna be top 3.
Yes, you told me that, and I didn't know if you were telling us that because you were our mentor, or if it was true. But then I knew that it was true. But yes, yes, it was. The team was really nice. Everyone in the team was super talented. I was the most beginner in the team at that time, so I was a bit lost a lot of the time. But yeah, it was still really good. Also, I got to really point out what I was needing to improve, because during the Hacker House in Istanbul, I didn't know so much about Starknet yet. I mean, I had some knowledge, but I was definitely lacking a lot. And so I got to be like, whoa, I have to learn this, I have to learn this. And every time I didn't know about something, I kind of made a mental note or an actual note that I had to keep learning on this. And I didn't in the end, because I actually had too big of a list, but I did learn some of the things on that list. So yeah, it's something I really recommend. You will definitely go in a lot of different directions and see a lot of things in a very short time. So you obviously don't have time to learn everything, but it's a great occasion to realize what you want to learn, what you are interested in, what seems exciting. So definitely a great opportunity. So that's like the two major things I did. Then I did a lot of Only Dust. So I don't know if you guys have heard of it. You probably have, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But we haven't started on doing any contribution yet. So if
Okay.
you want to what you did, what's your dashboard, how it looks.
How much
Even-
money you made?
I mean, that's public information, so I can show you.
I thought you're rich now, Charlotte.
I am so rich. No, but it's true that Only Dust really helped a lot, because when I went to Chiang Mai, I mean, I quit my job and I worked in Web 2 for like 2 weeks. And then I quit because it was terrible, and I know I didn't want to do that, so I didn't want to waste time. And it was not a great monetary decision, because I was like, I didn't save so much, but I also really know I didn't want to do that, so I went to Chiang Mai, and it was really good because thanks to Only Dust, I could straight away make some money. And in the beginning, it was not great money, but it was still money. And I kind of right away made money with Only Dust, and that was super valuable, because of that I could learn and also already make money, so without needing a job on the side. So that was really, really valuable. So what is cool too is that I made contribution to a few different projects at first. So I think the very first one was the Cairo book. The Cairo book is actually one of the easiest projects to start contributing to, because you already know the Cairo book, like when you learn Cairo, you have read it a few times. So you already know what it's like, what is the content, you already know a lot about it. So if you see open issues on it, usually it's the easiest one to contribute to. I mean, obviously, it's never easy, especially the first contribution. Usually, I mean, my first contribution, I think it took me a week to write a chapter in the Cairo book, like a very small one, a sub chapter. it took me a week because obviously you have to research so much, but you get the hang of it after some time, and then you are faster and faster every time, and that's very cool. My second contribution was to I think it was the Starklings. Yes, so I did a small contribution. I made one of the exercise on Starklings. Again, it's woo. Yes. So it's,
because we all did Starklings here. We all did it together. So we went through your exercise. That's nice.
Amazing. Yes, so the dictionary exercise, I hope it wasn't too awful. Normally, if they haven't changed it, it was mine. I had some feedback that it was too hard, but I didn't change it. So, because I just had one feedback that it was too hard, but I think it's okay because I didn't had any feedback again. But again, Starklinks is a very nice project to contribute to because the code is actually pretty easy to understand. Like the code base is very easy to understand in the beginning. And then I think I made a contribution to Kakarot, but a small one. And and then straight away I started contributing to Orion. So the reason I contributed to Orion is because I have a background of applied mathematics engineering. And so for me, it was the most natural. I'm not so at ease with blockchain and with smart contract development and everything. I'm much more at ease with making function algorithms, like any kind of algorithms. So in Orion, there's a lot of operators. So Orion is actually a project of Giza. So Orion is the name of the library that Giza uses. So basically, what Giza is doing is that they abstract the zero knowledge machine learning with some Python SDK and some agents. And on the other side, there is the ZK part where there is a machine learning library coded in Cairo. So there is really two sides to it. The user side that is meant to make ZKML accessible to developers. So they can code in Python, they can use the agent. And then on the other side, there is the backend, I guess, or the library. And the library is in Cairo. And I've been focusing on that much more because it was my favorite part of it. And so, yes, it's a lot. A machine learning library contains a lot of functions. Like, for example, the first one I made was matmul, so the multiplication of two matrices. So that was the first issue I did for Orion. So that's very more mathematics, a bit less blockchain, and very much Cairo. So for me, it was perfect. I can show you a little bit only dust like this. So this is Giza. Woohoo! So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. So basically, every time you have you have the project, and then you have the overview of the project. This is not the best overview, I guess. Because it doesn't contain so much but about the project. But yeah, basically there is the overview of the project. You have a link to the GitHub. Okay, I actually don't use it like this usually. Okay, so okay, I guess it's the issues. Wow, why is GitHub weird like this? I don't know. So here is a list of all the issues, and then you can just grab one. And
Charlotte, could you make it bigger a little bit?
Yes. Okay, I will actually. Yes, 2 seconds. I will. Okay, open it like this, because otherwise I'm confused. Okay. Okay, so basically, can you see it like this?
Perfect,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, so here is the GitHub repo of Orion. So in Giza, we have 2 repo on only Dust, the Orion one and I think the agent one. This is the one I've been contributing to. And basically, yes, you just have a list. You can check. Usually, it's an operator, and then you can just check there's information about the issue on the issue, and usually it's well detailed, like how you can do the issue. So at the moment, we don't have so much issues, but there's going to be a lot that will be open during ETC. So it's not the best time to contribute to Giza. There's not a lot of OD activity, but stay tuned. And
Charlotte,
yes.
you once gave me an advice, which was very nice. I still haven't done it, but it's on my to-do list. You said go to redo all Starklings, redo all Node Guardians, the basic ones. Make sure you have it fluent, and then go to only Dust. And maybe if you don't have an issue to find or you don't know how to do it, you redo things that were already made.
Yes, indeed, I did give that advice. So that's of course, if there is no issue that exists that you want to do, or that that is open or it's already assigned to someone, you can always do the issue even though it's already made as an exercise to get familiar with a code base. So sometimes in the beginning of the project, like when I don't know, like Madara got released, Orion got released, whatever, the issues were really easy, and then it became harder and harder and harder, and now the issues are too complicated, or I don't know, there's a lot of good contributors. What you could do, if you are really still very much interested in that particular project, is that you can research in so you could go so here is the issues that are open, and here you have the closed issue, and you can just check the closed issues and take like the very beginning of the project and kind of, begin wherever you want to begin and check whatever issue you want to do, and kind of redo it at your own time. And of course, not submit it, but at least you have the correction. You can check what the issue that was merged was, and what is the correct answer. And you can also train and kind of start when the project was easy, or at least easier. So yes, I think that can be, I didn't do it that way, but I think it can be an interesting way of starting on a project. So yeah, that's a random advice, but if you want to try it like that, it can be an option as well.
Very good. I will do
And
this away.
yeah. Sorry?
Oh, no, I just say I will do this away. It's very good advice. It's very good. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Yes, because it's a bit frustrating, and the reason why the contributors are good is just because they started with easy issues and they did harder and harder and harder, and now they can do harder things. Because when you start in a new code base, it's a little bit overwhelming because there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of things going on in the library, a lot of different folders, a lot of different functions, a lot of different things. And it's definitely intense to start. And the first issue on any project is always the hardest one because you don't know anything about the project and the learning curve is kind of steep. So be gentle with yourself and know that the first issue on a project is always the hardest one. And yes, but it's definitely feasible, and you can always break down everything into like easier things. And for example, taking the easiest issue that exists on this code base and trying to do it by yourself can be one way to do it. But also you can just spend like 1 week reading everything in the library. But you just have to accept that the first issue will take a lot of time, and that's completely normal. Yes. So in the beginning, you are very welcome to like check all the project on OnlyDust and to like try different ones. But of course, it's always like intense to do multiple projects on multiple do multiple issue on multiple projects. It's actually a lot of investment, and it's actually very tiring. And a lot of people suggested me to do this. Personally, I didn't do it because for me it was, I don't know, it was just too much to do projects on multiple code base. I did the Cairo book and the Starklinks because they were small code base, and then I mainly focused on Orion, and until Giza took me in their team. So that was super cool. Sorry, my presentation is a little bit all over the place. But
could you read about that? How was that transition from contributing on OnlyDust and then getting selected for the team?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, I mean, how was that journey from OnlyDust to from contributing in OnlyDust to becoming part of the Giza team?
Okay. So in the beginning, I did a few contributions, and I met them actually in Istanbul. But it was the very beginning of my contributions. So they were like, "Hey, nice to meet you, but we don't really know who you are." I mean, they knew who I was a little bit, but that was very small. I had only done a few contributions, and then I just kept going and did a lot of contribution until at some point they reached out and they were like, "Hey, are you interested in joining the team?" And they were not actively hiring at that time. They just wanted to see if I wanted to join the team. And I kept going and doing a lot of contribution, and then eventually they hired me. Woohoo. And but it definitely took a lot of time. And yes, because they were not recruiting so much. So it's going to depend on the project. I guess if a project is hiring or open to hire, it might happen sooner. But Giza was not hiring at that time, so it took a bit more time. But I think one of the best thing to do is to be consistent. Most contributors, we can check this actually. Most contributors are not that consistent. So I just decided to be consistent, and it kind of worked. Like when you see most people do a little bit and then never again. And okay, is consistent, and is one of the first one is because he's consistent. And then you see like most people are doing a few contribution here and there, but
I see you're not consistent too.
I mean,
I saw Fran PRs. It wasn't consistent too.
No.
Fran Algaba was in the list.
No, he was one of the it was one of the first one.
There.
No, it's quite consistent. No, but what I'm trying to say is
You are a great team member defending him.
Yeah. You're a great team member to defend him.
Oh yeah.
what?
You are a great team member to defend him.
Thank you. I'm trying to not get fired, please.
This is recorded, everyone.
Say things I'm not saying. No, what I'm trying to say is just if you are consistent, it's gonna work out. Like most people, most contributors are not consistent, and the only key is that if you stay consistent, at some point you will be good. You will be the most consistent contributor. You will be like one of the best. Because I mean, one of the best. I'm not saying. I mean, you don't have to try to be the best, because if you are consistent, you will be good at some point, and the project will probably like that, because they will see that you are motivated and that you are still there, and at some point you will be one of their best contributor. So if you really like a project, consistently contributing can be like one easy ticket to get in. And it's actually not that easy, because I was contributing for a while, and I remember that some days I was like, I'm done with this. I was like, I'm never gonna be hired. I'm never like, what am I doing with my life? So there, it's not. It can be challenging because you don't really know where you are going as a contributors, but just know that everybody is going through that, and it's really normal. So I just wanted to say that if you go through this path of contribution on Only Dust, you can definitely reach out to me if you are hitting a low, or you can reach out to your friends. And there's probably a lot more people that are feeling a bit unsure about their future and like a bit confused, because it can be confusing. You are not doing something that regular humans are doing. Like you're having a weird job. Like when someone is asking you like, hey, what is your job? And you're like a contributor rewarded. Sometimes it's very confusing for you, for everyone. So it's definitely it can be challenging sometimes, and sometimes you will be like a bit like, where is it going? But staying consistent can really work, and that's what yes, that's the small message I'm giving. And then also I had a great advice from Danilo that told me that you have to really like look for the project that you want to work for and kind of select it, and not kind of default work for projects. And that was like a very good advice for me to like really search and look in the ecosystem and in the crypto space to really look for the project that I wanted to work for, and kind of do what it takes to work for it. So that advice really worked for me, and I'm really happy. I was really happy about it. So, so yes, I think I'm done with this Only Dust contribution part. Before talking about Giza, do you have any questions about it?
Hey,
We had
sorry.
some technical issues.
Yeah, we are in the mountains. So
No problem.
sorry, you were saying, you were asking if we had any questions?
Yes, I was asking if you have questions about the journey as a contributor on Dust and everything related.
I mean, you said, thank you for sharing, Charlotte. It's really interesting to see the journey. So you were saying that sometimes you felt, what am I doing? And I wonder if you got support from the community, from any, I don't know, if you went to Discord to look for help, or if you did this all by yourself. I mean, I'm just looking for the sense of community in Starknet seems fantastic. I wonder if you got support.
So not so much, but I didn't really looked for support. I did talk about it with some of my friends, like a private message to them, like, oh my God, is it, what am I doing with my life? No, but I was asking them, like, I was telling them that I was feeling a little bit low and that I was like unsure about what I was doing and if it was leading with me to anything. And yeah, so I had some support from them, but I actually never talked about it in a more open space because I was a bit shy. I don't talk so much on channels. Like, I don't talk a lot on Telegram groups. I don't talk so much on Discord. And also, I was a bit intimidated by the fact that there's also the project leaders, and I didn't want it to feel like vulnerable in front of everyone. So it was more like close friends DMs, and then yeah, writing it in my phone. Yeah, so I don't, yeah.
I just wanted to praise you and share also a story that how she got into the Starknet community was basically, please correct me if I'm wrong, but she's from Brussels, so she was in ETC in Paris, and she met Manu, who said that, oh, there's going to be this weird hacker house in Thailand, and she said, okay, let's go, and she just joined without knowing anyone. She just got her tickets, like it was, I guess, a risky move, but she just showed up, and from there she met all these friends that you're mentioning that you could DM. So going out is just like showing, like, just take the risk. And yeah, she really, like, when she puts something in her mind, she goes all the way through. So it's no wonder she have gotten the job in Orion. And like you said, she's consistent. Like, so she put that in her head and just went all the way. So yeah, there is a lot of people who come, see what it is. If they don't get what they want on the first time, they just bounce off. People who stay and are committed will be like Charlotte.
Oh, so cute. Thank you so much, Danilo.
Congratulations, Charlotte. You're an inspiration for us.
Yeah, you're a successful case study.
Yes, but of course, I really want to emphasize the fact that everything was not smooth. So it's a bit cliche, but progress doesn't look like this. You know, like progress is like with an overall going up trend, hopefully, but not necessarily. But yes, of course, sometimes it's gonna be amazing. Sometimes it's gonna be difficult. Like the first hacker house I went to, I actually didn't do anything. Like I tried to install things on my computer the whole time, and I didn't have enough storage, so I just spent the whole hacker house deleting things on my laptop. So it was in Paris. I went to a hacker house and I just deleted things on my laptop, and I was very confused by all the talk. I didn't understand anything, and then in Chiang Mai, I went to another hacker house, the I don't remember, the Via Price hacker house. And again, my participation to the team was like very small because I was very new at it. And yes, I was just very confused by this. So it can happen that you miss some of the shots, and you will probably miss the first shots. But the next time you'll be better, and or not necessarily, but you'll have another shot. You have plenty of other shots, and I think the most important things is to take the shots and to stay consistent, to go to another hacker house, to learn. The hacker house can be just a place where you realize how much you suck and you take notes about it, and then next time you can suck a bit less and try again, and then maybe you suck again, but next time you suck a bit less. So it doesn't have to be success at first. And I don't know what your level is, but if your level is beginner, it can definitely happen that first hacker house is not like winning, making a startup with friends and being billionaires. So maybe first hacker house will be deleting things on your laptop, and it's already amazing because you will meet people, you will be inspired, you will get some links, you will get some, I don't know, some teaching materials or whatever. And also the first time I got to know about Only Dust, I didn't do anything about it. I was like, I looked on it, I searched for Python, C, C++. I couldn't find anything. So I was like, this is too hard for me. And yes, it's not because it's not success rate straight in the first second that it's not going to work out later. And for me, it took me like more or less 6 months to be from beginner to working at Giza. So to be able to fully work somewhere. 6 months is actually long, like it's a long time, and you have a lot of space for doubt during the 6 months. But yeah, if you stay consistent, you will definitely have really cool thing, and it's something that I've heard from a lot of people too. So yes, I think it can work out. And don't hesitate to be more brave than me and to talk about this in groups on Discord channel and everything. I think it could be cool to start this movement of talking about our feelings on Discord. That's maybe an unpopular opinion.
So I like it. It's like, I mean, be vulnerable. And thank you for sharing this as you are sharing, because it's true. Many of us were deleting things last week, and and also trying to install things in different versions that were not working. And so that was pretty much our first week. And that's something that usually people don't share on Discord or Telegram. And maybe you feel everyone is super accomplished and everyone is just doing things right, and everyone is struggling at some point too. And it's really good to hear those stories too. It's encouraging. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, posting on Discord and Telegram is terrifying. Okay, so now I will continue with a small presentation about Giza. So, I mean, it's going to be very, very brief, but okay, so yes, so as I said, Giza is bridging AI and Web3. So the point is to make it as easy as possible for dev to integrate AI in the blockchain. So as I said, we are trying to have this Cairo backend as easy to use as possible. So the devs don't have to be Cairo devs or to be smart contract developers to use the tools. And yes, so I can show you the doc. So yes, so basically we have so if you are interested in trying out, you can check out the Giza doc. And so basically what we have is that we are having we are having agent solutions, so that the agent can interact with the smart contract instead of the user. And to have that, we need the agent to be trusted. So we need ZKML behind it so that the agent acts off-chain, and then what we put off-chain can be verified, and we can trust the agent. So that's in a nutshell, what is happening at Giza. So there's a lot of things going on. So there you can use Giza as a product and create like using the agents interacting with blockchains, and you can also contribute on the library side of it and build the tools at the moment in Cairo to make this possible. So at the moment we are having a hackathon. And it's already late stage, so it's not possible to join anymore, but we are having a hackathon that is about using the agent to make ZKML solutions. And later during ETC, we will, so it's very alpha. I don't know exactly what will happen, but we will most likely have a hackathon that will be about contributing to Orion, so contributing to the backend in Cairo. So that is maybe something that is more interesting for you than using the agents, the coding, the Cairo source code can be more interesting. So right now is not a great time to join because there's a lot of change internally, and the library is evolving a lot. But soon we will have a lot of more open issues, and during ETC, there's going to be a lot of issues and probably hacking spaces. So if you're interested in that, I actually made Let's Connect slide. So I will share it on Twitter. So if you want to stay tuned, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me, Giza on Twitter as well. And you can add me on Telegram. So if you want to join the Giza dev Telegram, you can ask me. And also, if you want to discuss about your feelings, you can DM me, and I will.
Can we include you to the to our Telegram group? Brazil. We are speaking Portuguese mostly, but it would be nice to have you there.
Yes, of course, of course.
Yay!
So yes, don't hesitate if you have anything. So I will make a small summary about what I can do for you at the moment. So the agent hackathon is happening, but it's a bit too late, but there's going to be maybe other hackathon going on. So you can follow on Twitter for the hackathon news. Then the Only Does contribution. Again, stay tuned because at the moment it's not the best time. And then during ETC, we can meet, we can connect, we can chat. There's going to be some hacking, more coming as well. And then if you want to join I don't know if you are already in the Women in Starknet. There's not a lot of women in the crowd, but the Women in Starknet chat exists. I want to make a small note about it.
Can I join?
I think so. Actually, oh, I don't know.
Akashi's on the chat and other guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for good.
I'm just kidding.
I think it's better not to. I think it's better to avoid adding guys. But I don't know. I don't make the policy of the group. But yes, it's very good. It can be a little bit intimidating to join this ecosystem as a woman because I don't know, it's different. It's different for us. It can be more challenging sometimes because a team full of guys can be very hard to integrate. So it's actually really nice to make connection between women and to ask questions between women, to express our feelings between women. So I don't know. I do believe in women community in like very masculine spaces. Yes, I think it's very cute. And yes, we do face some like integration challenges, like on a social level. It's harder to integrate sometimes. So I think it has some value. And then if you need any sort of mentoring for doing Only Dust a contribution to Giza in the future, or if you want to hack on, if you want to integrate ML in your project during the Starknet Hacker House, you can also DM me or poke me. Maybe I will be around. I will not be an official mentor, but you can ask me anything. And yes, we can just also discuss on Telegram if you want, or during Brussels etc. So that's everything I can offer to you guys. Don't hesitate. And yes, I'm done.
Thank you. I have a quick question, I hope. Could you share some use cases of, I mean, what interesting things are people doing with Giza's tech?
Okay. Yes. I can. I will share my screen. Okay. So I will share actually in the doc. There is some examples that are very cool. Either if you want to just check what is happening, or if you want to start hacking. So, for example, you could make an agent that mint an NFT. So that's one example. I'm not gonna go in much detail, but the agent can actually interact. Yes, the agent can interact with all the verifying, with the wallets, with everything on the blockchain. So you could do this. Then you can also do some asset optimization. You can do, I don't know. Yes, sorry. Okay. You can do looping strategies. You can do any kind of optimization of the assets, of trying to maximize APRs, or any sort of project where you would optimize something or predict something and then act on it. It's actually you can use an agent to create that. So the agent would do all the heavy computation off chain. So all the prediction, optimization, everything ML related, everything computation related is done off chain, and then the agent can act on chain. So I don't know if we have a real use case that is already deployed at the moment, but it's being built currently. Yes. So yes, you can check the doc if you want to dive deeper in. Here you have a third example. If you want to dive deeper in the tech behind it, but otherwise, yes, it's all these kind of things.
Thank you, that's fantastic. What are the challenges at the moment for Giza?
So at the moment, we can't support all machine learning models. We have a big limitation on the kind of model that we can run, and the size of the models, the size of the inputs, and everything. So the proving can be very heavy. Yes, optimizing everything so that we can provide support for bigger model is one of the bigger challenges. So we are trying to reduce the on-chain computation as much as possible, and the prover load as well.
Thank you. We have another project here. Our project actually is working on creating a decentralized GPU network for running ML machine learning models. And I was wondering if that the computational power could be interesting for a project like Giza. We are trying to build that and build the POC for this hacker house.
So what do you build?
We are building a decentralized network of GPUs and a kind of a marketplace of people that are offering the GPU and the people that are looking to run their models can kind of match, and then that power in a decentralized way. And the cool thing that we are adding is that we are looking to distribute back part of the profits of the business to the GPU providers and to the clients, to the users. So they are both motivated to use the platform at the same time.
Okay. Is it some sort of trusted CPUs or is it CPUs? Like in the sense, yes, is it trusted CPUs or is it just CPUs?
We're working on that. So the idea is to have a proof of the work done. Yes, at the end of the process.
Sorry?
The idea is to have a proof of the work done by the GPUs at the end. So the user can be sure processing was done correctly.
Okay, yes. That's super fun. That's super interesting. But no, that we are more using the provers that already exist in the Starknet ecosystem at the moment. But what kind of project are you? I mean, what kind of use case are you targeting with your project?
We are still exploring, but we were thinking people for startups that are starting and trying to run their models in a more cost-effective way, also for researchers and small companies. But yeah, we're looking to find the perfect use case.
I can add some things. If I'm not mistaken, Cairo still runs on a single thread, so it's not good to run in GPU. And Orion, they have their only Cairo. So GPUs are not very, like, there's no reason for Cairo programs to run on GPUs. Maybe provers, I'm not sure what's the architecture of provers, but execution, it's mostly single thread, so it's CPU is more efficient. So maybe your target might be more AI focused applications that use pure AI.
Yeah, thank you.
I think this is it. I don't know if you have. I have one last question. I know we weren't, but I don't know if you have time because we are already on top of the hour.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. We talked before a little bit before our official meeting, and you mentioned something about how is it to deal with going somewhere and like bearing the imposter syndrome. And I wanted to ask, because we are all going to be there and we are all like, English is not our first language, and I know for many people it isn't as well, but it's like we have this language barrier, and then we are also beginners in Web3, so we have many layers to deal with. So it may be the case that some of us experience the imposter syndrome, and I wanted to ask you if you have any advice on that end as well.
Okay, yes. Yes, so imposter syndrome is really intense. I don't know if I feel like a lot of people don't have it, but I think it's just in my head that I feel like no one else have that, and it's just me. But yeah, I think we can all have that in this space because there is so much happening and there is so much knowledge in the blockchain ecosystem. And it's just so hard to feel like we know anything because it's, I don't know, it's a lot. And there's a lot in the blockchain ecosystem. There's a lot in Starknet ecosystem. There's a lot in all directions. So I think it's very okay to have it because I have it a lot and I still have it a lot. And yes, so if you guys face any imposter syndrome, I think it's gonna be very likely. I mean, I don't know you guys, but it's maybe very likely that you have it because this whole thing is a lot of information, a lot of things going on, and it's just when you begin, it's of course impossible to know everything, and even if when you are here for a long time, there's a lot. So yeah, just focus on the fact that you do know some things and that there's that it's gonna take time before you really know everything, but also you don't have to learn everything. You can just choose to learn what is the most useful for you and what you need, what you like to learn, and what you want to focus on. But if you want to talk about all your vulnerabilities on Discord, you can also talk about imposter syndrome. And yes, I know this one a lot. And I think at some point it wears off, but I still have it personally. So it's a tough one, but yes, you will be okay. And remember that you are there for a reason, that they chose you for a reason, and if you made it that far, it's also for a reason. And hacker houses are very experimental. There is actually nothing expected from you. You only have a few days to make a startup. What the fuck? Like, it's so much. So it's okay. Like it's very experimental. It's a playground. Just have fun. If you don't know something, say it. Ask questions. And you are not an imposter because they chose you, they accepted you. And then yes, make friends, learn things, and make a list of things that you want to do, to learn, and just take this space as an opportunity to discover new things, new people, new projects, and then to explore that later. Don't explore it during the Hacker House. I mean, do some exploration, but don't forget that you won't have the time to learn everything during the Hacker House, and it's okay. You can do it later as well.
Ooh,
Perfect.
nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, yes. Do you have anything less to say, or I think this is it? We see you in Brussels.
Yeah. Congratulations again to all of you for making it to the Hacker House. It's going to be exciting, and I will meet you there.
Thank you.
See you guys. Have fun.
See you.